Welcome to another video, guys. Today I'm gonna give you something of a Hearthstone beginner guide as well as a Hearthstone beginner coaching gameplay, so you guys have a better idea of what you should be doing when you pick up Hearthstone. We're gonna talk about handbuff Pally, which is one of the easiest decks to be doing really well with, and you can even reach top legend with it if you know how to play it, so it's definitely an amazing deck to be picking up from your apprenticeship rank reward when you finish those quests. So if you enjoyed the video and find my content helpful, drop a like and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget you can hire for some Hearthstone coaching, and you can be sure I'll do my best to make you a better Hearthstone player. Now let's get into it.
You are not prepared.
Like I said, we will be talking about handbuff Pally, but I'm also gonna try to give you some beginner tips so you guys have a better idea of what you should be doing during your mulligan phase, during your turns, and all of that in between. So basically during the mulligan phase, you need to ask yourself, are you going first or second? Because if you're going first, you're gonna be the one who's gonna be putting things on the board first, and the opponent is gonna need to answer those things. Whereas if you're going second, you're gonna be the one that needs to be answering things, but you're also gonna have access to the coin, so you could also consider keeping a little bit more expensive cards, but also keeping cards that can actually remove things for the opponent, like let's say some removal spells, some rush minions, that kind of stuff, you get it. Your mulligan phase basically ensures that you have something to do in your first few turns, because you're only drawing a single card per turn, and if you keep a few 5-drops or plus in there, well, you're not gonna have an amazing first few turns unless you get really lucky with the top decks. So basically, your mulligan phase is a way for you to ensure you're gonna be curving out, and that is what you normally need to be looking for in those turns. During the turns themselves, you want to be spending your mana, so if you can spend all of your mana, that's usually the correct thing to be doing, unless you have a very good reason not to. It's not a one-size-fits-all rule, but generally, if you spent your mana, you probably did as much as you could that turn. But definitely don't go out of your way playing the more expensive card just so you can spend the mana instead. In some cases that's not correct, but it's a nice little guideline to be following. Another thing you need to be thinking about is you don't always need to be using your cards to their full potential. One such card for this deck in particular would be Musclotron, and a lot of people really think that this card only gets played after you forge it. But honestly, spending 2 mana to just get extra +1 and do nothing that turn, really not the best thing in the world. Like, on turn 2 it would be much better for you to play something like a Gold Banner, like a Grim Street, like an Instrument deck, and on turn 3 you can still just play Musclotron without forging it, and it's still a body that buffed everything else in your hand. So definitely don't always go for the full extent of a card. Like other such examples would be, let's say, Audio Medic for the lifesteal. Like, you're already full health, but why wouldn't you kill another 2 attack minion, let's say 2 health minion? Or something like a Gold Banner. Yeah, you're not gonna lifesteal, but you're also gonna deny the opponent the chance to actually attack you in the face or to be getting extra resources. Other such cards would be Magata. In some cases you're actually perfectly fine playing her and burning a card or 2. Like, in the end of the day you still played a 5 mana 5/5 and you drew like 3-4 cards, something like that. Yes, you're gonna be burning a card or 2, but when was the last time you actually reached fatigue with a deck like this? No, you sometimes just play this thing, draw the cards, and get yourself a lot of extra options for the turn after. Yeah, it's not gonna be great burning cards and seeing those cards getting burned, but just pretend you were never gonna draw them anyway, so who cares? So yeah, all around, don't always go out of your way to be getting the full extent of a card. Sometimes you just tempo it for the sake of putting something on the board. And another tip you need to be thinking about when playing Hearthstone is it's really a good idea to figure out the entire turn before you actually start executing your turn. What I mean by that is, if you have like 5 mana and you're gonna be playing a few cards, you want to figure out what those few cards are gonna be, so you can actually figure out the sequence in which you're gonna be playing those few cards. Like, for instance, you figure out, yeah, I'm gonna play Gold Banner, and you start your turn and just plop a Gold Banner. You have 3 mana left. Oh, I'm gonna play Musclotron. Oops, where's that +1? It's gone. You missed it. So this is a brutally simple example of something like that, but another option would be, let's say you have 8 mana, and you decided you're gonna be playing Musclotron that turn, and then you decide, oh, I'm gonna play Magata as well. Well, you drew 5 cards, and you didn't buff all of those with the Musclotron, and that's -5/-5 for you, so another brutally obvious mistake, but I'm just trying to oversimplify things so you get the picture. Basically, order of actions in Hearthstone really matters, and for this deck it does matter quite a lot, so you don't miss out on potential benefits like this. So really take the few extra seconds to figure out the whole turn, and then start plopping cards so you don't deny yourself some extra advantages you could be getting. while we're on this topic, when you are going to be drawing cards that turn, when you figured out you're going to be drawing cards that turn, it's usually a good idea to start with the card draw so you can actually see the extra information first and then decide what else you're going to be doing that turn. Because you might end up top decking something better than what you initially thought you're going to be playing, and you playing the card draw first allowed you to actually pivot into that better play. Same goes for discover cards. We don't have that in this particular deck, but it's like a broader explanation, so there's that. Another thing you really need to be paying attention is around turn 5, turn 6, you really need to start thinking about how much damage does the opponent actually need to die, and you also need to pay attention to how much damage you need to take in order to die, because you want to be playing around certain lethals, like you could be playing some lifesteal minions so you get back to full, you could be playing some righteous protectors so you taunt yourself up, but don't just tunnel vision into thinking I need to trade this minion, I need to kill that minion. Actually ask yourself, wait, is the opponent actually close to dying? Because you're actually kind of an OTK deck. Not really OTK deck, you do a lot of chip damage, but in the end of the day you do have OTK potential, because you have things like Leroy, things like South Sea, that kind of deal. So try to think, how much damage does the opponent need to die? Can they actually taunt? Can they actually heal, gain armor? That kind of nonsense. And if they can't, maybe start chipping away more phase damage. So you can plan a 1 turn, a 2 turn lethal out, that kind of deal. And definitely don't miss lethals this way. Like, just check if you have the damage and then decide what's going to be happening. And while we're on the subject of counting damage, you also might want to check out my detailed Hearthstone deck tracker guide, because deck tracker is the most important thing you could be installing for Hearthstone after Hearthstone. And it's definitely worth always playing the deck with the deck track, and it's always worth playing the game with deck tracker if you can, which does mean you're only going to be able to play it on PC that way, but yeah, sadly there's no deck trackers for phones or tablets as far as I know, so that's pretty sucky. And lastly, another more general tip, when your turn starts, you want to be addressing the turn from your hand to the board. What I mean by this is, a lot of the times I see people, they have a 2-2 on the board, there's a 5-2 taunt in the way. First thing they do, boom, 2-2 into the 5-2. Done deal. Don't care about anything else. And then they look at their hand and they see that they have a 2 damage AoE or some other form of a way to deal this without actually killing their 2-2, that kind of deal. So address the turn from your hand to the board. That's why you have a hand. So you can actually manipulate the board with the cards you're gonna be playing that turn, and that way you might get yourself a lot more benefits. So yeah, this turned out to be quite the maybe not even such a beginner guide. Like, these are a lot of these tips a lot of intermediate players, heck, even a lot of legend players don't really fully understand, but these are definitely gonna make you a better Hearthstone player nice and quick, and might as well start applying these tips as soon as you started the game. So yeah, it's not exactly a beginner guide, but it's definitely a guide that is gonna help you become a non-beginner very quickly. About the deck, I'm not gonna talk about the deck too much. I actually have quite a few detailed guides about this one. You can definitely check those out. This is, I think, the deck you exactly get when the game starts, or maybe yeah, I think it was exactly the deck, but what we did with this one is we removed the custom enforcers because they're not as amazing as they used to be in this deck. Instead, we added a second South Sea deckhand, as well as a Cult Neophyte. Yeah, here's the deck. Here's the Cult Neophyte, here's the second South Sea, and there's no 2/5s in here. Still a Razor Scale, ain't too bad. But yeah, all around the deck is super solid, super simple, and very, very beginner friendly, so you can definitely climb with ease with it. Matchup wise, here's what the stats show. Some control Death Knights might be an issue. Dawnguard Druid is also a little bit too quick most cases. Pirate Shaman used to be a problem, nowadays you don't see too much of that. Elemental Mage is a little bit on the negative. Zarimi Priest could be a problem, but as you can see, everything else is hella green, so climbing should not be an issue. And mulligan-wise, here's what we have. Going first, and second for that matter, you're always gonna want an Instrument deck, a Grimstreet, a Drone Deconstructor. Musclotron ain't too bad, Gold Banner, the weapon is MVP, and usually that's about it when going first, but if you're against something like a Demon Hunter, you might even consider Audio Medic, Tigress Plushie, that kind of deal. As for going second, again, much of the same stuff. You still want the Instrument deck, would be even better if you just straight up get the weapon so you can coin it out on turn 3. But the rest looks pretty much similar stuff. All around, that's it for the deck. Like I said, it's a great option for you to pick up for free, so it doesn't even matter how much it costs. It's not super cheap, it's not super expensive either. And it does have Ziliax in here, which is a pretty MVP card nowadays. And also the coaching was with my best friend, who actually decided to start streaming too, while he also started playing Hearthstone again. He did play it way back when it came out, didn't play for 10 years, and now he's coming back, so he is indeed a Hearthstone beginner and a streamer beginner, so I would really appreciate it if you guys actually go ahead and check him out. I will leave his Twitch in the pinned comments, so if you guys would like to help him reach the Twitch affiliate nice and quick, all it takes is 50 follows. He's already like almost halfway there, so with your help, I'm sure we can bring him a smile nice and quick. Hope you enjoyed the guide. Now let's check out some of the games with him. Makes it awfully scary for the opponent to leave anything alive. Alrighty, against the Hunter. Good old Hunter. What do you want to do here?
Something like that, and the 4 will keep us safe in case he flows the board with some high.
I like what you're thinking. Yes, against the Hunter going second, I do believe the Tiger's Plushie would be a good keep. The one mana is obviously always a keep. If you were curving into one of these 5 drops, that also could have been a consideration, but I don't see a weapon in this hand, so these 5 drops can fuck right off. But the rest could be a keep, yeah.
Cool.
And off they fuck. Okay, that's a decent curve. It's not the weapon curve, but it's a curve nonetheless. No buff either. Hey, how's it going, Golub? Welcome, welcome. Okay. So, what do you want to do here? We already know this guy is going to be a secret hunter. So what are you feeling?
Do we?
Oh, well, right, pretty much. That's a dead giveaway right there. Doesn't get much deader than that.
Well, we either coin out. Well, either coin out the.
I think you coin it. Yes, let's do it. I think you do it because this guy drawing him a bunch of cards. We're not into that life.
Yeah, don't want him to have secrets.
We are not about that life. But yeah, guys, I would really appreciate it if you go ahead and hop on the Tio's stream. Give him all of those good follows, all of that good stuff. Let's help a man out, help a brother out, reach that Twitch.
Thank you.
Apprenticeship. Nailed it. Okay, this guy did not play a secret. We would have been somewhat shitting our pants if he did. What do you want to do?
Either do a drone deconstructor and then buff it because it will die next turn, or I play a hand recruit. Don't really have, because that'll die as well.
It does die. Normally it's not the worst thing in the world to just play it. Even if it dies, you basically force him to trade it. But I think here double drone deconstructors would make a lot more sense for us. They are more idiots on the board, and you're not super into card drawing right now. So yeah, play both the drone deconstructors, one on the left as well, and go face for 2/2.
One on the left as well.
Quickly, yep. Yeah, positioning is something you could start thinking about at some point, against Hunters and Death Knights especially, because there are cleave cards in the game like Hollow Hound. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. It's a 6-mana 3/4 beast that has lifesteal and rush, and it attacks a minion and its neighbors. So with that in mind, it would be a good idea to have your highest attack minion in the middle in those cases. Whereas in other situations, if you have a taunt, you would like it to be on the far left so you can have it isolated. Things like that.
Okay. See, back in the days when I was playing, that didn't matter that much.
It still kind of did. Even in Classic, there was things like Cone of Cold, which froze a minion and its neighbors, dealt 1 damage. But, yeah, not that much. I think you want to try and test for the secrets first, so let's try and kill a 1/2 with the 1/1. Yeah, that kind of deal. Okay. Looks to be an explosive trap, but yeah. I guess you kill the other 1/1 as well with the 1/2. And 2/2 tries to go face, see what that do. No explosive, so it must be hidden meaning. In that case, I think a gold banner right now could stick around for a while. Let's try that. Let's try gold banner.
Gold banner.
Yeah, it's empty boards. Doesn't get much emptier than
Buff any
this.
of the mechs?
No need to do anything else anymore. Like, not really worth it. That's all.
Okay.
This lifesteal mech could come in handy if push comes to shove. This guy usually has a good amount of damage. So far, he has jack shit. Let's see if that's about to change. You might want to update your Twitch bio. You 30-year-old Bulgarian gamer, you.
I wish, son.
Yeah. 30-year-old my ass.
Can you poison and kill that one, I guess?
Technically you could.
Buff. Can I buff it? No, I can't buff. No. Well, I can still... Well, I can... Yeah, I can play the Tiger's
I think I like the
yeah.
buff. I think I like the Grim Street Outfitter, honestly. Yeah, let's go with the Grim Street Outfitter, and might not be such a bad idea to actually magnetize both the Spark Bots on a 1-1. That way at least you do a value trade. Alternatively, you could just make a free Poisonous and kill it like that. I'm not against it too, but definitely playing the Grim Street Outfitter first.
Far right is a good position?
Doesn't matter, they're all basically the same.
Okay.
So, let's Spark Bot one of the 1-1s, the Poison Spark Bot on the far left one. And kill it with Misha. And don't do anything else, just go face with all the minions. You don't want to trigger Hidden Meaning for him right now. You can also check out what secrets he could be having left. That's all, nothing else. So you float the mana and Hidden Meaning doesn't get triggered. Okay, we know he has a Huffer and Leok in hand with the help of Animal Companion. He finally played the secret he had from turn 1, by the way. I think he only played it so he can get some other random secrets here. What secret would he hold on to all that time? Probably Bargain Bin, because he wasn't really in the business of drawing cards there. Ooh, speaking of drawing cards, that's gonna be nutty. But first we need to testicle for things like Explosive Trap and shit. The cool thing about this...
test his face first or the minion? Sorry.
We might actually not even want to test his face here, you know? Because the 2 secrets he got from the minion, they're gonna disappear at the end of the turn. So the less we check for secrets here probably would be the better, because Explosive Trap is pretty likely for him right now. So maybe... try killing the 2-2 with your Grim Street Outfitter. Okay, so that was the secret. Okay. Pretty sure there's no Explosive Trap then. Go face with the 2-2. Go face with all of them. And play the 4-mana Tagris plushie to kill the 2-2. And that's about it, nothing else. Sure. Yeah, just kill that and pass, because the Hidden Meaning is still there. Okay, cool. QL. Next turn you could draw the weapon and equip it if you feel like it. We might not even want to be doing that anymore. This guy's not doing all that much so far. We are tempoing the shit out of him. Might even be a good idea just to flood the board a little so next turn Amidas fucks him up. Okay, he's gonna go for Explosive Trap here, surely. Huffy boy. Surely he's gonna kill the gold banner here. Nope, the man's on a mission, despite us having a bunch of lifesteal on the board. Dude sees nothing but a face tang. Okay, given that we're trying to fuck this guy over with Amidas next turn, it would be a bright idea actually to not go face, because surely there's an Explosive Trap in these here parts. So we are gonna want to spend 5 mana here to make the board as wide as possible so Amidas has a bunch of targets to go face down. So,
I can. Oh no, that's 4 mana. That's not great.
yeah, let's play the 2-mana Cult Neophyte. That should be, Actually, surely this guy's gonna have a red trap. Not surely, but quite possibly. Try killing the 4-2 with your 2-2 rusher. Okay, no freezing, no +3.
Okay.
Let's play the 4-mana Grim Street Outfit Tailor.
That's what I was thinking as well.
And just a 1-mana Righteous Protector on the far right in this case. And that's all. Not attacking.
No face, no nothing.
Yeah, there's Explosive Trap, Hidden Meaning, and most probably Red Trap, so that's why we played it awfully safely there. This guy is definitely very, very sad.
So...
Well, basically the idea is not to trigger the secrets if you're not ready to trigger the secrets, and right now we're definitely not ready. Whereas next turn you play a Midas, you go +2 on everything and you fuck his mouth, and there's nothing he can do about it, because you're gonna have all the damage you need, and he's also not even gonna kill anything here, because we're only gonna be taking 2 damage. So yeah, you play the 7-mana Midas. You go with using a Midas for the +2 on all of your shit. And use the Grim Street Outfitter, because he's a 4-4 to kill off the 4-4.
Okay.
That's actually 1-off lethal, but doesn't matter. Go face with everything and pass, and this guy should be on his merry way. That's about it. There's that hidden meaning.
Merry Christmas to you, pal.
Yeah, not so hidden now, is it? Oh no, we're overdrawing. We lost. That's how a lot of people consider overdrawing. Oh no! Escape concede. Cool story, Bob. Cool story, Bob. That's a lot of secrets.
Oh, wow.
Funny that there wasn't even an explosive trap in there, by the way. Dude literally didn't even have an explosive trap. Like, what the fuck, dude? Anyway, just start going face, and he does have +8 armor, but it doesn't matter. Go face with the 4-2 Grim Street first, because there is a freezing trap in there. And then go face with everything else. Actually, we should have actually gone with the free attack minion face first, because there was never actually an explosive trap in there, but it doesn't matter, just go face with everything.
I was even thinking to draw it.
No need, he's just that on board, you know? If you want to troll him, you could. Sandcastle probably would have been the biggest amount of damage, plus we also had a 1-mana Spark Bot pretty buffed. But yeah, these guys are no match. Secret Hunter is pretty strong on the lower ranks because people don't know how to play around the secrets. Alas, I am not one of those people.
You could not stop me then. You will not stop me now.
Oh, Get Knights. I'm not a big fan of Get Knights.
Alrighty then. So, against the Death Knight
That's
indeed.
what I'm thinking.
I don't see what you're crossing over, but what are you thinking?
Oh, right, okay, the Titan, the 7-cost minion. Keep the other ones, hoping
I think you'd only hope.
Taylor, maybe.
I think you only keep the Audio Medic here, honestly. This guy could end up being pretty aggressive, but Audio Medic is decent enough. Let's just keep the 2 mana. Just the 2 mana keep.
Okay.
We are trying to get the better cards here, like the weapon, and you did.
Oh, okay.
Drone Deconstructor off the top would also be lovely. This guy could be a Plague Death Knight. I think it's gonna be a Razzler Death Knight, actually, because that's also a free deck you could pick up if you get the apprenticeship stuff done. And this guy probably did. Maybe he's also getting coached. Surely. Okay, turn 1 Runes of Darkness. That is not a part of any of the free decks, I think. Okay, what do you want to do?
Not much, I guess. Or coin out the cult neophyte.
Right now you want to look at your
not
hand
do-
and think about
do
what you're
anything.
going to be doing in the next few turns. And right now, if you use the coin right now, you won't be able to do a turn-free Painter's Virtue, and I think that's pretty important. So I think you just played a 1-mana Righteous Protector. It's not that amazing. Technically, you could even just
okay.
pass, but against these guys, tempo is king, I'd say.
Right, 10.
Against
See, the thing,
these
that's
ranks.
some... Yeah. Okay.
Against these guys,
Core
just
piece of
tempoing
knowledge
is
that I'm not
usually
aware
gonna
of.
be a good
Yeah.
idea. Yeah, if you spend your mana, you're usually fine. It's not always the go-to rule. It's not a rule, but it's something to think about. Like, if you can just spend your mana, it's usually a good idea. Right now, coining out the Cult Neophyte, kinda okay, but it just costs you the turn-free Painter's Virtue, which I think is a lot more important to you. Okay, it is a Razzler deck, it seems. He's running all sorts of different spell
What is a
schools.
Razzler deck?
It's a 7-mana Naga that summons a 5-drop for each spell school you've cast. Right now, Deck Tracker is supposed to be showing you Fire and Shadow. Next to that candle on the top right corner. Meaning that if he plays the 7-mana Razzler, he will summon 3 random 5-drops. But it's gonna take a while. Okay, what do you want to do here?
Either Hand Recruit or Cult Neophyte.
Those are the two
I'm
options.
leaning towards the Hand Recruit, but
It's never the deck.
again.
Wait, you're leaning towards what? No, just play the Cult Neophyte and go face.
Cult Neophyte, okay.
Oh, you were thinking about hero powering? Didn't we just learn Tempo
Yeah,
is
I
king?
guess, I don't know. I have absolutely no idea what to expect from this guy. That's why I'm just...
Well, that's the thing.
as they say, talking out
Against
my
these guys, even I kind of don't know what to expect, but that's the thing. You have a solid game plan of your own. That's why your deck is so strong, because even if you just follow your own game plan, a lot of times that's going to be enough for most people. So even if you don't know what you're playing against, as long as you go for your outs, you should be winning more than you're losing, like a lot more than you're losing. Obviously, it's going to be even better if you know what you're playing against, because if you're against a control guy, you're going to know that you want to be very greedy with all of the hand buff stuff. If you're against slow decks, you're going to know that you want to tempo the shit out of them. So it does have nuances, but all around, if you just do the same thing against everybody, on these ranks, at least you are going to be climbing while you learn the actual meta.
Yeah.
More like while you actually reach the actual meta, because right now this is not a real meta. Okay, what do you want to do here?
Either coin out the weapon or play the gold panner.
It's always coin the weapon here. Like, weapon on turn 3 is super MVP for your deck in most cases. I think this is one of those. So yeah, weapon and start slapping. Ain't nobody got time to wait. These guys could freeze your face with a quart-sized crusher. He could be running a Viper for all you know. But it's most probably just a basic deck like the one you were using as well. The one that the game gives them. So it should be just a classic Razzler deck. I don't think you run that in the classic Razzler deck. Maybe this guy has been creative and such. Okay, he spent all of that stuff to kill a 1/1. Okay, dude, that's definitely something. That is definitely one of the plays ever.
South Sea.
South Sea is something you kind of want to be using as a finisher in most cases. You only use it as a removal if you're desperate, and right now we're anything but desperate.
What I meant, sorry, I didn't fully consider my options. I think maybe Outfitter and then Audio Medic to Audio Medic kill the 4/3.
But we're obviously going face with the weapon first, right?
Yeah. Sorry, I tend to forget the weapon. But
yeah,
what do you
try
think?
not to. Yeah, go face with the weapon. But I think we'd rather go Gold Banner here so we can actually draw some good stuff. And also Audio Medic, because this hand is looking quite barren. So yeah, Gold Banner first, then finale the Audio Medic. You don't need the lifesteal right now, but who knows, you might. In some cases, it's actually preferable not to get the lifesteal if you're expecting the opponent to be able to steal your shit. But you're not expecting anything out of this guy. Alrighty, not the best draw, not the worst. Magata would be pretty MVP right about now. Sad thing about this Selfsy deckhand is if you swing with this weapon, you won't be able to activate it anytime soon unless you get the second weapon, but you do have 3 ways of getting the weapon later, so it's not that big a deal. Next turn, Sandcastle is probably going to be Sparking Joy. This is not a clear, bro. This is not a clear at all. Nice order, by the way. What the fuck, dude? This guy could have made a full clear if he hero powered and then played the thing and attacked into the 3-4, but what do we know, guys? What do we know? Jesus. That was painful to look at. Okay, what do you want to do here?
Weapon, Outfitter, and the bots, the drones.
Let me think.
Or am I giving away too much?
It's kind of shitty that this 3-3
that.
still has the Threads of Despair on it.
Okay, yeah.
I'm kind of leaning towards Sandcastle, honestly. We can slap this man silly right now with a Sandcastle, and I think you saved the weapon for a turn, actually. Let's just Sandcastle. Wait. We don't have a target for this. I'm a fucking idiot. Okay. Instead, let's play both the one-mana drone deconstructors first. Yeah, I'm stupid from time to time. Get used to that. Play the one-mana drone deconstructors first. Trust me.
Okay.
Now play the... Go face with the weapon and play the 2-mana Grim Street Outfitter. And go face with the Gold Banner, and that's about it for this turn. Yeah.
Alright.
I was kind of thinking about doing some Selfsy deckhand involvement here as well, but it was kind of gonna cost you. It's would have made the 4-4 into a 3-3 as well, so I don't know. But yeah, that Sandcastle play would have been dumb as mud. Okay, sadly no Wind Fury on either of these bots, but this Ziliax, even as vanilla, he would be pretty respectable for this opponent, especially with these extra mechs you could be slapping onto. Okay, those are going to be 2-1s. Acceptable. Acceptable. I don't know, Lucky. It depends on the person, I guess. Okay, what do you feel like doing here?
Ziliax?
Yeah, I think Ziliax could win you the game on the spot right about now. If he can't handle those would be 16 damage basically, and you can make that 16 into even more. So let's just put down the Zillies. Right now, best he can do is probably risk it all with a Razzler. If he gets a bunch of random taunts, maybe he can handle it, but if he can't, it's GG. That's about it. Super Mof. What are the options on easiest classes? Well, Pally is definitely up there. Well, this guy's basically dead. All you gotta do is magnetize your idiots onto it. Yeah, just magnetize a couple of Spark bots. Even one was enough, actually. But yeah, just go face. That's about it. Neat. Tempo is king. Tempo king strikes again. Pally and Mage are definitely two of the easiest right now. The last easiest... Hard to say. I guess Death Knight is definitely not hard. So notice how I'm actually trying to make you figure out the entire turn before you actually start playing cards. This way you're not going to be missing out on potential benefits you might be sleeping on before you actually understand the whole turn. Because this way, once you understand what cards you're going to be using that turn, you actually also get to precise that turn in order to sequence them in the correct order, you know? Like, that way you're not going to miss out on potential hand buffs, on potential card draws, that kind of stuff. Okay, against another mage, what do you want to do here?
Keep the Outfitter.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Magata would be cool if you already had, let's say, a 1-drop or an instrument deck, but without curving into Magata, she's kind of wishful thinking kind of deal.
Okay.
Alrighty, you got yourself a 1-drop, and the Tigress plushie ain't the worst. If this guy turns out to be Elemental Mage for all we know. Okay, Obviously,
I'll
the
probably
drone
just play the
deconstructor
drone.
is the superior one drop for you. In some cases, you don't even want to be playing the drone, the righteous protector on turn 1, just so you can buff it even better later. But this ain't one of those cases. Oh shit, you got the thing. Well, that looks like a turn 6 lethal.
Oh,
Yeah, start buffing.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yep. And slap. Next turn tempo, magnetizing the spark bot onto the 1-2 might also feel like a good thing to do, given you don't have much to do anyway. Decisions.
Time runs out on me.
Wouldn't want to be in his shoes. If I also had to wipe my ass and play Hearthstone at the same time, I'd also be roping. Well, that's sad. Oh, there he is. He's actually there.
Barely.
Oh no. Anyway. Yeah, let's magnetize the spark bot and let's just tempo the shit out of him with Righteous Protector on the far left. It's not...
Oh, left.
Yeah, my other left. We have the same left. Okay, that's about it.
Runs out on me.
But yeah, next turn you're gonna top that. You're gonna tempo the left Tigress plushie because it is bigger. Oh no. Anyway, perfect rush target for you. I think the play remains. The left Tigress plushie takes care of the 3-4 easily. Play it on the left side so you don't stand with your taunt. Because of the cleave mechanic I explained. Yeah, just slap it like that, go face for 4 damage. Next turn you want to be buffing this hand with the Grim Street. So you can make a good zilly the turn after. If you top deck a weapon, that would be the better play, obviously, because you get to buff it twice. Thank you for the follow, Emenduari. Nailed it. Oh, he's gonna be kicking himself not having that frostbolt for your silly. And then he's gonna kick himself. Yeah, Grim Street.
Grim on left.
Yes.
I think.
And you can also play the 1-mana Tigress plushie in the left side. And just hero power. No need to do much else. Everything else face down. Okay, surely he's killing some of these. What does? I mean, this guy skipped an entire turn. He just skipped an entire turn, so what else would it be? Oh boy. Oh jeez, Rick, what are you even doing here, man? Playing Spell Mage on these ranks. Who lied to you, Chief? Who lied to you? Fun fact, he counterplayed your Ziliax right now. Okay, never mind. Uncountered it.
Yo.
Yeah, a little too late, bitch. Hold up, ain't that lethal? It is lethal.
Or...
No, you have lethal with weapon, swing, self-see deckhand.
Oh yeah, of course I
Don't get tunnel visioned. So swing face first, get that buff, and then self-see. Show him the lethal. You piece of shit!
What?
You wanted to show him the lethal first so he can decide if he wants to concede or not. Just show him the goddamn lethal, bro. Play the self-see.
Like...
Yeah,
okay.
play the self-see so he can fuck right off or something. Go face. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'll take that as ignorance more than anything else, but yeah, it's considered good sportsmanship if you actually show the lethal first, you know. You swing.
Oh, is it?
You play self-see. And then you start dragging those tiny penis bastards across his face, so that the opponent can decide if they can concede or just witness you dragging all of those tiny penis bastards.
I just like keeping the opponent in the dark at all times, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, you 30-year-olds. No manners.
I'm 34 now.
Yeah, sure you are. You child. Yeah. Okay, let's keep at it, keep at it. Hearthstone etiquette. Yeah, gotta teach them young, guys, gotta teach them young. Alrighty, against the druid, this might end up being tricky. This tryhard might be playing Dungar Druid on these ranks, but you could be able to fuck him over nicely if we curve out decently well, and so far you kinda are. What are you thinking here?
Keeping the gold panner and the drone definitely. Cards can cost less than 2, not too sure, I guess. Middle 2 maybe, keep them for a later round. Not keep them, sorry, just put them back in the deck for a later round.
Honestly, the whole hand is good to top deck, but I think the Sandcastle is a little bit too much. But I would hold on to the Razor Scale because you could cog block him nicely, preventing him from playing things like 1 mana gifts, 0 mana innervates, that kind of deal. So I think you just remove your 5 mana Sandcastle so you can counter this guy. But the only reason we're doing this is because I expect this guy to be a Dungar Druid, and if you counter him that way, he won't be able to Dungar you on turn 5 or 6. So this way you kind of play around him. That's the thing about this deck. It does have a bunch of tech cards that you kind of need to know the meta to actually use them in the best manner. Okay, this guy looks to be a Highlander Dragon Druid, so the Razor Scale was not such a bright idea, it seems. But it's still not the worst. They still run the 1 mana gifts and shit, but it's not as dangerous. Yeah, drone Deconstructor away. Yeah. Let's not rope him on turn 1. Cheap viewers, say less, XX. Go fuck yourself. Cheap viewers? How's that for cheap? Oh man, I was about to buy that shit. God damn it. Misclicked. I misclicked the link, guys. I was just about to get my credit card and everything. Yeah. Come on, dude, we didn't rope you that much. What'd you say?
What are you talking about?
Assuming, somebody in chat said some scam bullshit. Buy cheap viewers for Twitch and shit. Like, fucking scammer bots. Come on, dude, we didn't rope you that much. What is up with people skipping turn 2, dude?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. I think you'd rather buff this hand a little. Let's go with the Grim Street here and just go face.
Kill his dragon?
I think you just go face. If this guy's AFK, fuck him. That's all. Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool.
Understandable. Have a nice day. Let's do another one. Kalainen. Way things are going, we might get you that 12 win streak achievement. Those are rare. I actually gave the 12 win streak achievement to so many people before I actually managed to do that one on my account. Like, imagine winning 12 times in a row against top legend players. Like, fucking hell, man. But I did actually end up... Not sure actually how many in a row I did, but... I think my record on a coaching session was 19 wins in a row. Like, what the fuck? It was actually in, again, top legend meta, I think, or at least legend meta.
Wow.
Another druid, this time for realsies. Yeah, definitely felt like it. Okay, what are you feeling here?
What are we playing? Druids.
Against the druid again, you're
they
going
probably
second.
Have an easy way. They probably have an easy way of dealing with a turn 6 Zeliax.
No, druids actually don't deal with that too well unless they ram the shit out of you. Okay, I am kind of leaning towards holding on to the Zilly, and the instrument deck is also pretty MVP. The other two are not really cards you want to be holding on too much, though. So let's just keep Zilly and instrument deck.
See, if I was playing alone, I would have discarded. I would have just returned the Zilly to my deck. Everything else.
It's not the worst idea in the world, but I think it's basically a 95% sure thing for that to be lethal for you. Can you please not top deck your second weapon right now? Like, what the fuck, game? Right now, just because we want to be coining the Zillion curve, I'd say you're not going to be doing anything this turn, which is kind of shit against Druid, but this is the life we chose. The top decks definitely didn't help your game plan there. Thank you for the follow, Conturanti. Do not top deck your last weapon. Thank you. Close. Well, let's play that instrument deck, fish out your last weapon. And hopefully next turn you top deck a free drop or something, because we wouldn't be super happy about coining a weapon, but if nothing better presents itself, you will have to coin out a weapon. And you're actually going to coin out the right weapon, because that's the weapon he knows about if he's paying attention, which they normally aren't on these ranks, but you don't want to give him extra information. Well, okay. Yeah, that's why I'm here. These are little advantages you could be withholding from the opponent. This is a free drop, but it's not a really good free drop. I'd still prefer coining the right weapon here. Zillion curve would have been wonderful, but this guy is not very quick either, so yeah, slap away. With this weapon, you'll almost always want to be slapping as fast as you can, probably always the first one you equip especially. Gotta get those stats buffed. It ain't gonna buff itself.
See, in situations like this, I wonder if there's any point to run 2 instrument techs in your deck.
Just because you got it twice in one game doesn't mean you don't want to guarantee getting it.
No.
It does happen, but you're suffering from success is what it is. Still preferable. Okay. What do you think the play is?
Tigress plushie, kill that thing.
Okay,
with the
that is the play, but there is a hidden reason why we're doing it that way. This way, right now, you attacking with the weapon first is not going to help you get a better Tigress plushie to kill this thing for free or anything. I think you're actually going to play the Tigress plushie and both Tigress plushie and the 1-2 kill the 1-5. And then you swing with the weapon, making yourself a mini 1-mana 2-2.
That's what I was planning to do.
Okay.
Maybe I didn't describe it that way. I didn't explain.
I mean, you did, but I wasn't sure you were doing it for the sake of getting a 2-2 instead of a 5-4. So yeah, attack with both of these first, and then weapon into the face. It's a little bit of extra damage here. If your minion was dying to his minion, we probably would have still taken it with the face instead, but since it was a value trade, might as well. Okay, this guy looks to be a Taunt Druid. No, it doesn't look to be an anything Druid. It could be Highlander or some shit like that. So far, he's looking kind of on the weird side. Okay, you actually have an absolutely brutal play right now. What do you want to do?
Let me try and figure it out. Okay, I have the Tigress plushie. That's 4 mana Tigress plushie. Tigress plushie. Oh, what's that for? No.
I wonder.
Or charge C, South Sea, and buff it with the outfit tailor, and that will kill. That will kill his minion.
Right now, the best thing you could be doing is going face with the weapon and then playing your 5-mana Toy Captain Therum on the 1-1, making yourself a second 5-9 on the board. So go face with the weapon first.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
play the 5-mana Toy Captain on the left side on the 1-1, and go face with both. Quickly.
So I did this on the 5-1.
Quickly, just do it. Yes, on the 1-1, and face with both.
What the hell happened?
Quickly, face, for fuck's sake, bro.
Lag. I tried. It took like a few seconds to buff it.
Yeah, should have been quicker.
God damn it.
Damn you, leg. Yeah, it do be like that sometime. I guess I shouldn't have left you that much time to figure the turn out. But yeah, missing 9 damage here. Not a great look. Okay, so he's not Highlander.
Did I not hit him with the
No, you didn't hit him for shit.
I definitely clicked on his
god.
Oh, what the hell?
This guy knew you were flexing on him, not hitting him for 9 damage there. He knew he was outclassed. But yeah, next turn the Zilliax was gonna be absolute dog water for him. He would not have been able to handle that. But yeah, Terramount Curve with all of those hand buff shits we did was pretty amazing there.
I will come
Getting yourself a couple of 5/9s on turn 5, like, what is this? Okay, what are you thinking here against the Pally of all people?
I'm not too sure how Zealy will play against a Pally.
A bit too slow, a bit too wishful thinking, honestly. If he gets a good curve and you don't, the Zilly would be a little bit too late.
I'm thinking to return Zealy and keep the other two, maybe. The problem is that they're 3 and a 4.
Outfit
cost,
Tailor is
so
not really
I'm-
something you would keep almost ever. I guess in some niche situations where you know you're against something like a control deck, you could consider holding on to the Outfit Tailor because it's basically extra burn damage from hand once you get some charge idiots out. So I think it's only weapon keep.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I would always keep it and buff it as much as I can and just
It's not the
try and-
worst thing in the world, but it's definitely not something you
Yeah.
always keep. Like, you'd much rather curve out. Wow, the illusion of choice. There's your Zilly back. Okay, that's about it.
Thanks, game.
Yeah. Gave you the Zilly back is it the earliest convenience of the game, so literally the first possible moment. Okay, well, you are probably facing a mirror. What do you want to do here?
He's not gonna play a spell. He doesn't. Well, he doesn't have any spells, so I would do a hand recruit. Well,
He does have a coin,
No.
so he might.
oh yeah, okay. So
Now that you said
I
it,
guess
him
I
having a
can-
coin, it actually might be a good idea to actually hold on to that Cult Neophyte for next turn so he can't coin out
That's-
the
yeah,
weapon.
that-
But normally
Yeah,
it's
pop
always
into
going to
that.
be a Cult Neophyte here because it's a good statted minion. I think you played a Cult Neophyte, like fuck the counter. Like you don't even know if he has the weapon or not, so you just play the minion here for the stats, not so much for the effect.
yeah, okay.
And who knows, maybe he will wanna coin out something. Well, I
Yeah,
guess he is gonna be
he's-
coining out the weapon next turn. Would be nice if you top deck Razor Scale or something like that. Sadly you didn't. Alrighty, what are you thinking
Yeah.
here?
Well, don't really have many options. I'm thinking about hand recruit or maybe buff. No, buff the cult.
Tempo is king. You don't want to fall back on the board too much here, so Outfit there on the 3-2 is actually a pretty adequate thing to be doing right now. And you are gonna poke it with the Cult Neophyte still. It does allow him to kill it a bit easier that way, but if he wants to take 5 damage to the mouth, I guess you allow it. So yeah, poke his Divine Shield, so next turn with the Painter's Virtue you can get through it. He should be coining his weapon if he knows anything. Hey, thank you very much, Hellslayer.
And indeed, he will. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh, doesn't kill the 5-3. Well, he's gonna take it to the mouth. Maybe he has Tigress plushie and doesn't care about it. Just maybe. How's it going, Azertonic? Azorotic. Why do I keep saying your name dumb? Come on, dude, you don't have 0 mana anything. Well, weapon into the 1-1 and go face with the 5-3 most probably. Technically, trading this 5-2 could also have been a valid option for you, because he might buff it, but not really. That's a dumb thing to be doing right about now. Even though right now Tigress plushie would not be very fun for you.
Not at all. Oh,
That's not a good sign.
what's the rush,
He's
pal?
probably gonna rush it. The 4-mana Tigress plushie can take care of this for free, and he has it. Well, good news is you have a
Dude.
Sandcastle lined up for next turn. Better news is you also have a Zilliax for the turn after. So you definitely want to be swinging with the fucking weapon first. Into the 1-2, I'd say. Into the 1-2, because you are
Yeah,
going to heal him back to full anyway. And Sandcastle into that thing, and next turn you are going to have the location ready for whatever, so you could use one Zilliax to slap. That's about it. Yeah, hey there, Tonic. Might want to change your name by now, you know? Ain't gonna change itself. But again, once again, I request you guys, would really appreciate it if you give Tio a follow on his stream. He just started streaming. Let's give this man a helping hand. Get that Twitch apprenticeship. All it takes is 50
You keep calling apprenticeship,
viewers.
it's affiliateship.
Nailed it. I'm so good at things, man. I'm so good at naming things. Okay, he thinks he did something good.
what?
We're gonna do something better. So first you want to go face so we can buff that thing. And now you play the 6-mana Zilly and you get to use the location boy on a Zilly.
Ah, well, I
He's
did
gonna
not
feel
see that
50
play
silly.
at all.
What do you mean? That was the play we were seeing from turn 1.
Yeah, well.
And yeah, you kill it like that, and Sandcastle dies for our sins. That's about it. Okay, pretty fucked up situation for him to be in, but he could do something like a tear him twice, that'd be pretty shit. Let's hope he doesn't. If you get Windfury out of that drone deconstructor, this guy's gonna be almost dead.
Oh.
I mean, he will be dead, because you also have a big-ass Leroy in there, so... If he doesn't taunt up and stuff like that...
Oh, I got 2 more followers. Thanks, guys.
Let's fucking go.
Really, really appreciate it.
Gotta keep on nagging. Noted. Okay, there's that Therum of his. Sad Therum noises. Next turn he will make your silly into a 1-1. Alas. Alas. This guy's putting up a fight, not gonna lie. If he knows what he's doing, we're actually in deep shit.
2, 9, 4. Well, I have 7. So, if we're super lucky, I can play the drone, get a Wind Fury one, and with my...
That would be
Leroy,
exact
kill
lethal.
his taunt.
Well,
But
that is
I'll
indeed
be
a very low probability
super-
out, but it is an out nonetheless. So let's start with the 1-mana drone deconstructor indeed. That would be exact lethal. One time,
Please.
give me blue. Bitches love blue, but that
Nope.
ain't the right blue. It is blue, but not the right blue, sadly. Okay, well, now the game plan for you would be to go as wide as you can, so let's play a 1-mana Righteous Protector.
Far right.
Far left.
Far left.
Yes.
Oh, to protect... Okay.
Hero
okay.
power.
I'm getting there.
Hero power. Play the 1-mana Sparkbot Vanilla on the far right. And play the Audio Medic.
Excuse me.
Come on, play it. We don't want to lag out.
Wait, on the
Sparkbot
magic
on the
what?
far right.
Wait.
Sparkbot on the far right, just play it on the board. Ziliax kills Therum. Come on, dude.
Oh, just in the board.
Ziliax kills Therum, come on. There you go. Okay, we managed. Yeah, that was the play. What you're doing here is you're setting a super wide board for your super big Amidas next turn. Right now, he's gonna feel happy about Theruming your 14. Little does he know, we don't give a fuck. We're gonna keep on blasting. Because now Amidas +2 on everything. How the fuck does he deal with that? Unless he gets his Amidas next turn.
Why did we not merge the Sparkbot with...
Because you want to be wide on the
drone
board.
deconstructor?
This way you're gonna get 1 extra +2/+2, you know?
Ah, okay, so we're going to the side.
Magnetizing
Okay.
there was not gonna do much for you, so this way you can really push as much as you can. Okay, we're into that shit. Nice order, dumbass. And that right there is why you sequence your turns before you start playing shit. See how he missed out on +1 on that Razor Scale? Alrighty. 7-mana Amidas on the far right, give +2 on everything, and this guy will be on his merry way very shortly. +2 on everything. The Silverhand recruit can take care of the taunt.
The red
We have
face.
20 damage showing. He is gonna heal, not too much though, because he only takes 2 damage a pop. Everything face, yeah, fuck him up. He cannot do much because of the Amidas passive, so everything goes face.
Oh, yeah.
The Amidas passive is a bitch. This guy probably does not realize how fucked up he is right now. He will be shortly. And you also have Leroy for almost lethal from hand real soon. Let's just hope he doesn't have his Amidas, and he has no such thing. He wants to enjoy a little bit of card draw and to concede.
The victory is
Yep, story as old as time. Neato.
Good game.
Alrighty, man. Well, that was pretty
Well.
fun. Definitely enjoyed this. And yeah,
Yeah,
you
totally.
saw all of the little things you need to be thinking about in order to be maximizing on your potential benefits. You want to really be figuring out your turns before you start playing cards. And you want to be thinking about your future turns before your future turns actually come. So that way you're going to be able to make better decisions what cards you want to be dropping in the first few turns, so that allows you to drop other cards on the later turns. Like you saw how we didn't play the coin on turn 1, so we can actually do a turn 3 weapon or a turn 5 Ziliax. These little things are going to help you make the right choices more often than not. Having a good game plan and pivoting into it or away from it if you feel like it's not going to work out the way you thought it would is definitely going to make you a better Hearthstone player. Mulligan phase, you basically are looking for the things that are going to help you curve out into your mid game. Like, that's why it's a mulligan, so you can actually fix your first few turns. So keeping expensive things, if you're not curving into those expensive things, are not going to be worth it. But if you have a 1, 2, 3, yeah, you can keep a 5 drop, a 6 drop, why not? But if the first few turns are lacking, it's not going to be a great idea. Okay, well, you are gonna keep on blasting on your stream now, right?
Yeah, I'll keep crushing. Hopefully.
Alrighty then. Well, I'm gonna give you a good old raid.
Appreciate
maybe we can get all of that affiliate. Nailed it.
There it
Twitch
is.
thing going. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the stream. Let's head on down now and check out what Tio is up to. Keep on blasting through these bronzies with style.